Hello. In the last video we've drawn up the score, we've actually set the time, we've got a health bar, we've got the enemies spawning, so all we've got to do now, we've just got to wrap it up. We're going to set up the time, so that's whenever the time will go down as the game runs, and also when it reaches 0 it's going to kill our character. We're also going to set up the health bar so that when our character gets punched by an enemy, it's going to take down the health bar. And we're also going to set the health bar so when it reads 0, it's going to kill our character and restart the game. And also when in the room, finally, we're going to put in our background picture and we're going to get the whole thing to follow our character. So we've got quite a bit to do, but this is going to be the very last section to tie off the game. So we've got most of the elements here already done, we've just got to add the few tweaks here and there. So we've got to go on to, I believe it's controller, and here we're going to add an event, and it's going to be step, so it's going to run through the thing and check every step of the way. So here we're going to test a variable, so where is it, control, here we go, and that's set variable, test the variable. So the variable we have is time, which was drawn earlier in the, if I just move it to the side, in the drawn section there, if you can remember. Or if not, you can recap on the video. So var's time, value 0, and it's going to be equal to. So if it's equal to 0, the following code is going to occur. So I'm going to click OK. And we're going to need these little blocks. So we're going to start a block. So it's going to be checking this all the time. So we're going to main, and we're going to change instance to, this time we're going to say to a specific object. So I'm going to object, and it's going to be the player. So the player, we're going to kill off the player, so we're going to change him to the dead one. Where's it? Play dead. And yes, we want it to perform its event. So that's done. So next we're going to set up, after that we want the game to pause for a moment. So where is that? Here we go, main 2, and we've got the Z icon, which is called sleep. So we're going to leave that as 1000 set to true. That's fine. That's what we want. So we want it to pause for 1000 of a millisecond. So I think it's like 10 seconds. So we want it to display a message. So we're going to info, and we've got display message. And in the display message, I'm just going to say time up, so you've run out of time. Oh dear. Let's go. Okay, and we're going to also change the score. So we're going to, where is it? Set the score to 0. So we're going to start from the very beginning. So we're not going to click relevant. We just want it 0, nothing. All your score gone, done. So we're going to click OK there. And we're also going to set the health as well. So I'm going to right click on set health, and I wanted to reset the health to 100 so that we've got full health when we start the game up again. So it's going to be OK. And finally, where is it? In control? No, main 2. No, it's main 1. Yeah, main 1. It's in rooms. And we wanted to restart the room. So it's the top row, third one here. Restart room. No transitions. I don't know. You could add one, just like center from the left, blend, rotate. It might be interesting to see some of these, but for now I'm just going to leave it as no transition. Click OK. You could mess around with those and see what you get. It might be worth. I might have a go at that myself, later on when I'm not recording. So I'm going to end the block. So that's all done. That should be OK. So, and also what I'm going to do with I'm going to also set the player def one. So player, let's see, the player def, here we go, player def. And in end animation, it's going to display you lose, but unfortunately we've only set this to be called up when the player dies, which only happens when the health bar is 0 now. So we've just got to finish this off. So let's see, when the player's dead, we're going to show the high score. So we go to score, so we want to see how well we've done with our score. So I'm going to set the score. You could change the background, border, etc., but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. It's a bit, as I say, this is just going to display things. You can always tweak it up later, make it pretty, add your own images, change the colours, make it look really good. Well, one thing I'm going to change is the font. I do not like New Roman Times at all, so I'm just going to change it to, where is it? Where's Arial? No, where is it? There is, good old Arial. I am going to do that at the least, so it's going to be nice to Arial. Go on there. So there we go, we're going to display the score, and then we're going to set the score, let's see, we're going to set the health back to 100, so when he dies we want it to reset to 100, and then we want to set the score again to 0. So there we go, 0. And finally, we're going to restart the room when our player dies. So it's very much the same as when the time is up. So, but we also want to happen when our player's dead as well. So where's restart room? Oh, main one, wasn't it? So here we go. Restart room. No transition. There we go. And that happens when our player's dead. So that's quite handy. And what else do we have to do? Oh, we also have to set up the player, so we've got to add to his step now. So when the player is, oh, sorry about the dog in the background there, player, and I'm going to click on step, and here I'm going to set up its health at the bottom here. So I'm going to add a comment and call it, ooh, helps if I can spell health. So there we go, it's health, so I know what section this is all about. So it's going to test the value. So let's see, where are we? Score. Yeah, we can, in the health section, we've got this third one here. So we've got set it, test it, and draw it. So I'm going to test the health. So when the value is 0 and it's, I'm going to set larger than, but I'm saying not. So when it's not larger than, I could have set less than, but no, I want it to be 0, not large. So it's going to be when it's not larger than 0. That's what I'm trying to say there in English, but in weird code format. And this is where we're going to need blocks again. Start block. So I'm going to change to the dead player. So we need main 1 tab and change instance to, and we're dealing with the player's stand, so it's self, so I'm going to change it to player dead, and yes, we do want it to do its stuff, so go OK, and we're going to set the end of that, and finally for the health bar section, we're going to get the enemy to take down our health, so I'm going to go OK. Go to our enemy fighting, and we're going to set up a collision with our player. So we're going to go to add event, collision, when it's colliding with our, just when parent, no, when it's colliding with our player. So it's always going to be following the player. So when it collides with our player, it's going to take health. So we're going to go to, where is it, score, here we go, score, health, set health. So I'm going to set this as -5. You could say it's a -10, -20, but I really want to, actually for this example I'm going to set to -10. So it's got to hit me 10 times before I die. And I'm going to click relative because it's going to -10, then when it hits me again it's going to be it's going to take another 10 off and keep adding those -10s until it reads as 0. So we're going to click OK, and OK to that, and let's give a test. So here we go, here's my character. I'm just going to wait for the enemies to spawn. There we go, we've got an enemy spawning. Let's see, is he going to hit me? There we go, he's hit me. Oh, and I'm dead, and I lose. Okay, and I got a score, so I can just... Oh, can I put in my name? Okay, I don't know if it's a video acting up here, but I'm just going to press escape. So is the timer going down? Oh, that's kind of weird, it's not going down, so I'm going to have to check that out. So score is going up. If I go near him, he's going to hit me. Ah! Oh, he really is taking a chunk out of my health there. So can I... Oh, I'm dead. So, there we go. Score 400. Sims for... And now, can I type my name in? Yeah, I can type my name in. I don't know why I couldn't before, but there you go. So, escape. Let's see if I can beat my score again. I'm really going to have to sort out the timer here. I don't know why that's... I'm going to try and get at least... So your character, he's moving forward, he's fighting these guys, so punch, 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 punch. Punch, leave one to kill me. So 900 and punch. And I'm dead. So, yeah, score's working, health bar's working, but my timer isn't, so... I know. Vicky. Plus. So there we go. So, yeah, that's all working. But my score isn't. So I'm not sure why... that isn't working, so I'm just going to have to recap on controller. I just realised, just by looking at this, execute code and set alarm, but I haven't created my alarm over here so that it goes down with time. So I'm going to add event and alarm 0. So there's alarm 0 ready. So let's double check. We got create and we're setting alarm 0 to 1 to 0. We're also going to set the alarm 0 up, and with this, just like in create section, we're going to execute a piece of code. So I'm going to go control, right click, execute code, and this time, let's see, time is going to equal to minus, oh, not plus, sorry, I'm writing wrong here, minus 1. So there we go, time equals minus 1. So it's going to go down to minus, oh sorry, I got this the wrong way around. It's not equal to minus 1, it's going to be minus and equal to 1. So it's going to go down 1 every time. If you do it that way, it's going to detract. If it's going to be just equal to minus 1, bang, it's just going to equal that. What this is doing, it's taking it, by putting the minus first, you're saying it's going to equal minus the 1. So it's going to keep minusing, reducing time. So click OK. So that's okay. So then we're going to set the time. So where are we? Time. Is it score? No, main 2. There we go. Set. Set alarm. And this is going to be 120. So that's all set up. And okay. Actually, for this piece, I'm wondering whether I should set to a lower number. I'm actually going to do it I'm going to just minus 20 seconds. And I'm going to go back to create and change that to there, and I'm going to change this code to that. So it's all reading 20 there. Click OK. Let's test this out one more time and just hope that I've done this correctly. So let's see, there we go, you can see, I'm just going to constantly kill you. You can see right here that the time is going down. So I'm just going to, I'm going to try and avoid dying. Kill these guys. 0. Time is up. I'm going to click OK, and the game starts all over again. So brilliant. So there we go. So the only thing I've got to do, I'm going to reset the time back to 120. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to go to controller and code. I'm going to put the 1 back here. I'm going to set that up to 1 as well. Alarm. Set that to 1. So there we go. That's all set up. The controller is perfect. So the only thing we really have to do now is set up the actual room so that the background changes and follows our characters as we're moving along. So just checking my notes here. So I can't always remember things off the top of my head, so I've written notes just to help me through this. So we're going to double click on the room. I'm going to open this all the way up. So we've got all the elements here. That's all good. And here we're going to go to, where is it? View. And with this, we're going to set the height and width of the room again. Well, actually, before we do that, we're going to add a background. And here we go. Background 1. It's a very, very big background. And we're going to set up the view. So now we're going to enable a view. So this view is going to follow our character. So I'm going to click enable view. And from here we're going to, what else are we going to do? We're going to visible when room starts. We're going to turn that on as well. So view 0 is going to be visible at the start of the room, and we're going to set up the position of our view. So the width of this is going, let's see, width of this, yep, 640, I'm happy with that, and the height 480, yep, and we're going to set it to follow our character. So I'm going to click, let's see, player parent, always handy because that's the parent of this object. It's going to follow that no matter if it's fighting, etc. So here I'm going to set the H to 320 and the V-bound to 32, that's fine. And these I'm going to leave as -1. One other thing we're going to do, we're going to set the, go to settings, and we're going to add, let's see, an extra 0 to that. It's going to be 1000. And what I'm going to do this 1000, I'm going to add a longer floor here. So objects, set this to floor, and I'm going to hold shift and just carry on. Oop, went too far there. This might take a few moments. So just going to carry on adding a floor here right to the end. A bit there. But you get the gist of it, so I'm not going to do any more. That'll be enough for now, just for demonstration purposes. Also remember, in settings, I want the name of this. This is, well, I could change the room to, I don't know. Let's see. Start. And this caption, I'm just going to call this, I don't know. Oop. Fighting game. And there you go. I'm going to click OK. Okay, so it's asking, there is an instance or tile outside of them. Should I remove them? You can switch the test off. Okay, so we'll click OK for that for now, and we're going to test the room. So hopefully this should be the full game. So there's our character. We're jumping, we're moving. We got, yeah, there we go. The desert's moving in the background. That's brilliant. So we got, gotta punch you. It's not looping as well as I hoped it would. So backgrounds. Oh, got hit there. So yeah, there I go. I'm going to make one little adjustment to, again, go to start. So I want the player to be in smack dab in the middle of the room. So let's click on views. So let's look. So that's 640. So half that is 320. So I'm just going to get rid of these. Can I get rid of these blocks here? Apparently I can't. So let's go to object. Get rid of these blocks. I'm going to move the player and place it. Let's see. I'm just using this X position here to help me. So, oop, yep, oop, not there. Just, yeah, oop, that'll do. And unfortunately, I've got rid of that block. It's always tricky when you're doing these things. There we go. That should be perfect. So let's test the game out. This should be it. And voila, we're out in the middle of the room, and we can set off. The reason I put it in the middle of the room is because when I move forward, hopefully it doesn't look like the scoreboard and that's moving too much. It's just sitting there nicely, so it's constantly following my character. So there you go. You've created a nice working fighting game. So I'm just going to punch. As you can see, as I'm punching, I'm not falling through the floor. I'm just punching these guys who are punching me right back. Ah! Oh, that really hurt. I can't afford to die anymore. So, no, I died. So there we go. And yeah, got my skills for it. So there it is. So you've now created a working fighting game, and hopefully you've enjoyed these series of tutorials, and hopefully you can take something from them, like, well, first of all, to create health bars, get them all set up, and using parameters and that. And looking forward to seeing what you guys can do this as well.